Hey everyone, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So we are back today with test day and we are here with Beholder 2. This is yet another game out of my Amazon library. So let's see what it is about. Oh, okay, I guess I do things? How could I have been so blind? I should have known from the very beginning that they'd find a way to twist everything. Turn it all upside down. In their hand, every endeavor becomes an instrument of control. Every carrot becomes a stick. Not quite sure what we're doing here. I thought it was like a management sim. This was all a mistake. All of it. Okay, I didn't see that. These empty eyes, that silent obedience. This isn't what I wanted. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I just keep going? I hope this game has a tutorial. To do great things, you have to overcome great obstacles. I know that. Okay, didn't let me finish. You've got to jump off cliffs all the time and build your wings on the way down. I mean, it seems to have an English cast. I wonder if I need to change a language. Then. Okay, that was dramatic. A few days later. Transfer to the ministry approved. Get to work as soon as you arrive in Helmer. J. Cunningham. P.S. Your father is dead. More info when we meet. I guess that's how you want to know that kind of thing. Okay, let's see. Is there... No, it says English. But that may not be the audio. Or maybe they just didn't, like, redo the other thing. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what we're doing. Hi there, I assume you're the one I've been waiting for. My name is George Hemnitz. Nice to meet you. Evan. You must be quite a big deal, Evan. Why? I've been with the ministry 8 years, 4 months, and 12 days. In that time, I've processed 18,342 applications, had 100 1,629 cups of coffee and witnessed 284 incidents of civil disorder. Now ask me how many times I've been sent to welcome a new employee on his first day. How many? 0, Evan. Zilch. Not once in all those 3,052 days. So there has to be something special about you, right? I have no idea. Perhaps you've got me mixed up with someone else. I'm just here to be a clerk. My name's Evan Redgrave. Redgrave? As in Redgrave? Redgrave? Oh God, your father. Go on. What did you want to say? My deepest condolences. I can't imagine what you must be going through right now. And to think I saw him just 58 hours and 23 minutes before his death. We weren't that close. To be honest, we hadn't talked in a decade. Up until yesterday, I didn't even know he worked here. Your father didn't just work here. He was one of the most respected people in the ministry. One of the few people to make it to the very top. And the most amazing thing is, he never looked down on his subordinates. He was an open and honest man. What happened? Have the police found out anything? People like us are never told much, so I only know 1 or 2 things for sure. The rest is all just hearsay and fantasies dreamed up by employees with nothing better to do. What are the facts? 47 hours and 23 minutes ago, your father fell from a window on the top floor of the ministry. He fell 37 floors, hit the pavement, and died instantly. Law enforcement are working tirelessly to find out how and why this happened. Or at least, that's what they say they're doing. It's not much to go on. I might have some important information to give you in connection with your father's death. But it'd be better to discuss it somewhere quiet, and after I've given you your instructions and shown you to your desk. We're here for a reason, after all. Ready for your first day at the ministry? Let's get to it. Okay. So I guess he's gonna take us. The ministry is considered, quite rightfully, to be... Okay, we're not gonna manage to read that if they keep doing that. This cool and different pavement is where your father met his end. I guess right there. In this, right here. Okay. Now all the gossips love to hang around. You can listen in on them, but you're not likely to hear anything particularly useful or nice. You should get used to it, though. That's just how it is around here. No matter what position you're in, you've got to listen carefully, take notes on everything, and report it to the higher-ups. Okay, so is that what it's telling me to do? Okay, click on him? No. I don't know why that's... What do I do with you, though, man? I don't know what that means. Thorn saw him fall, right from the top floor, he says. First some shards of glass came raining down, then... Holy shit, heads must have rolled after that, eh? No, Phil, everything's been quiet. They declared a mourning period as usual. And that's even scarier, you know? Ministers don't just drop out of the windows every day. There must be more to it. Keep it down. You want to take a little trip out the window, too? Don't say that. I just mean... I didn't mean... Let's get out of here. Okay. So I guess it wants me to eavesdrop? What happened here? I've been bringing reports to the Ministry of Distribution for the last 3 days. I missed everything. They say Redgrave fell out a window yesterday. Do you know who he was? Of course I do. He was one of the bigwigs. How could something like that happen? No idea. You better not dwell on it. Okay. I mean, I get that it wants me to do this, but I don't quite know how. Okay, I guess I just click on the door. The safety and security of the ministry are another source of pride for us. The security guards can be some of your best friends, especially if they're able to come to some kind of arrangement with them. Our guards have thwarted 985 terrorist acts this year alone. That's an average of almost 4 attempts a day. I missed that, because it keeps saying next, but then it's not letting me hit next. It does it on its own. We should always remember why we're here, and what it took to get us here. Every now and then... Okay, yeah, see, it's... The first floor of the ministry has an area... Okay, we're not even going to read those anymore. And now, I don't know what this is. It does seem like if I go eavesdrop right here... It takes away time. I saw the guards searching you. What did they want? Who knows? They said they were looking for a bald man. But you have hair. Yeah, but under my hair, I'm bald. It took a while to sort out. Okay. So it takes away my time. And here's the general hall. You'll be spending a lot of time here working or talking to coworkers. That's your desk. Take a look around. I'll give you your first assignment when you're ready. Okay, I guess they said this was my desk. Okay, I mean, I can't really look at that. I mean, I can sorta. Have you had a look around? Then I'll take you to your workplace and show you the ropes. Do you already know what your job involves? Let's listen to the briefing, because I don't know. Tell me about my job. So, right now we're in the general hall. People working in these booths send visitors to ministries and offices. This place is the front line of our bureaucratic defense. Only the chosen few are allowed through. Are you talking about us? Do you feel like you've been chosen? Everyone always thinks that they're special, different, but in fact, we're all the same. 2 square meters of skin, 206 bones, 5 liters of blood. Well, as long as you eat right and you're not a decorated blood donor, that is. And sooner or later we all die, except for the wise leader, of course. But before we get to die, we have to work hard. You'll be dealing with visitors. Listen to their appeals, figure out which forms they need, decide which ministry they have to see, and then send them to an available office. You need to press the right buttons in your terminal, print out the forms, and give them to the visitors. Okay, ask about the forms. What kind of forms are there? We have 4 types of forms: requests, complaints, denunciations, and information. Choose the most suitable type based on the appeal. You can find some useful information about the different types of forms in your terminal if you're having a hard time choosing the right one. How many ministries are there? In actual fact, a great many ministries are established and abolished every single day, and we never have enough time to keep the register up to date. Fortunately for you, the Big 6 never change: the ministries of order, patriotism, social care, labor, culture and sports, and science and technology. So just listen to the visitors carefully and decide which of these 6 ministries to send them to. The offices. You mentioned offices? Each ministry has several offices here. You'll see their weekly timetable in the terminal. If there are no available offices, reject the appeal. Okay. Everything's clear so far. In theory, anyway. Now, let's see how much theory differs from practice. So let's start with the basics, the forms. Your task for today is to process 5 visitors. You'll earn authority for meeting your quota. Authority? I'd rather have money. Evan, in our ministry, authority is much more valuable than money. Anyone can steal or find money, but authority has to be earned. Without it, you can forget about promotions, rewards, and your whole career. If you don't have enough influence in the ministry, your colleagues won't even talk to you. What a lovely day. Okay. Let's ask about authority. How can I earn authority? You earn it by meeting your quota for processed appeals. Visitors? Who are all these people? The visitors? They're just people. Not people like you and me, of course. We work for the ministry. These are ordinary people with ordinary problems. They might cry, swear, laugh, and even threaten you. They can be unpleasant, rude, mean, and cruel. But always remember that they came here to get help. And your job is to help them. I understand. No, your job is to process their requests correctly. Whether or not that helps them has nothing to do with us. You won't go helping people at your own expense now, will you? I'm the only one here who actually cares about strangers, and I like to and I stick out like a sore thumb because of it. Ask about what to do. How do I process the forms? Take your seat, get a set of forms, and start talking to visitors and filling out information. And try not to mess up too badly. Let's talk about work. Ask about father. Did you know my father? Yes, I was familiar with Redgrave Sr. Isn't it strange that such a respected man at the very top of the ministry would deign to talk to grunts like me? Why did the two of you not keep in touch? Honestly, after my mother died years ago, he withdrew, buried himself in his work, and sent me to the most remote university in the country. That must have been tough. The most hurtful thing was that he didn't even try to find out the cause of her death. Like, she meant nothing to him. I'm sorry to hear that, Evan, but maybe you're just not aware of the whole story. Well, he's dead now, so there's no way to find out. It's about his work. How long have you been working here? I spent exactly 3 years and 12 days processing visitors in this very spot. Then I got promoted to floor inspector for my ability to recite all 769 rules and 242 amendments by heart. Not too shabby, eh? It was a useless achievement, but still, I just have to work another 2 years, 5 months, and 8 days, and then I'll be moved up to floor 17, the control and supervision department. How do you like it here? It's nice. I help our employees solve their problems and take care of people. Even though they never thank me, I know I'm doing a good job. Ask about colleagues. Who will I be working with? The people here are nice when they need something from you. Do them a couple of favors, smile, and chat when you have a break. I do not recommend trusting them or sharing any secrets you might have. I've seen how many denunciations there are in the Ministry of Internal Control. I love statistics and numbers, and even I couldn't figure out how many of them there were. There were mountains and mountains of forms awaiting processing. So I doubt your secrets would stay secret for any longer than the time it takes to write up a report. Okay, talk about family. The atmosphere here is pretty intense. If you don't mind my asking, do you have a family? Yes, I do. I have a wife and 2 children, a dog, and a Class D apartment like everyone else. What about you? My wife and daughter, they're moving here to join me a little later. Do I have to ask about all this? I guess I can. Does your wife mind you working so much? I'm doing important work and Rose knows that. All loyal citizens owe a debt to society, and that trumps everything else. Sometimes she puzzles at how my particular debt seems to have gotten so large, but that's just a little joke of hers. The apartment. Class D? Almost all officials who serve more than 5 years are awarded a place in line for Class D housing. We spend years and years on the waiting list before we got our apartment. It's a dream come true. We have our own bathroom. I heard that you were allocated a Class D apartment right away. You're incredibly lucky. I suppose having the surname Redgrave has its advantages. Okay, children. How many children do you have? 2. Aster is my pride and joy. She already knows all of last year's directives by heart. At the age of 5. Adam is 2 years younger. Aren't you proud of your son too? The thing is that he's special. What happened? I don't... Aspergillus niger? What's that? A fairly common black mold. Class J buildings are full of it, and it's very hard to get rid of. And the consequences of spending too much time around it are, well... meningitis is not the best thing for a 3-year-old. That's terrible. Not really, we've gotten used to it. Anyway, he's our son and we love him. Sometimes he even recognizes who we are. God, that's dark! Okay, ask about his dog. I heard it isn't easy to get a dog these days. It's not too difficult, it just takes a while. You have to submit all 7 types of application, pass a medical examination, undergo psychological and narcotic screenings, provide excerpts from your bank statements and the tenant's register, as well as your employment certification and copies of all your papers, from your passport to the deed of ownership for your fridge, and permission from the neighbors. Nothing that any seasoned bureaucrat can't handle. And that dog makes kids so happy. Let's go back. You and your family should come over for dinner sometime. My wife would be happy to have you over, and I'm sure our children would get on as well. Okay. Okay, so we need to do our paperwork. Let's go to our workplace and try the paperwork. We spent so much time talking, we haven't done any work yet. Okay, 5 forms in 2 minutes. Okay, what's this? Ban on mass mailings. 5 forms, 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, so let's select the type. Hi, I have underwear rations card, but our local store doesn't carry my size. Can I trade them for butter rations or vegetable oil? It's a request to social care. Okay, I guess so. Oh, we got the wrong office. I don't know how we know. I live near the weapons factory. Some small people regularly meet up on the wasteland behind the building and fly kites. Small people? Do you mean children? They might be children, but they could also be spies from South Borea pretending to be children so they can take photos of the factory. Boreans are small, aren't they? I demand you detain them all. Complaint? How do I get the order? I don't understand. It's Monday. Oh, I see. Okay, so we got that. I've assembled all the paperwork to prove that there are multiple children in my family. Guess that must be information. Social care? Okay, I guess that was right. Abigail and Morgan Kendall, my neighbors in the communal apartment, regularly steal food from the fridge. Last night they ate all my soup and didn't even wash the saucepan. I hope you can do something to sort it out. I don't know what this... Let me see. What does that mean? Ingestion... Okay, I guess that. I guess it would be this one. Let's see. Order. I guess this one. Okay, good. I think I understand the days now. Hello, the girls from our dorm have answered the Ministry of Patriotism's call and donated 100 pairs of stockings to be upcycled into parachute cords. We'd rather go commando than leave the motherland without parachutes. Where should we leave our donations? I'm going to do information, patriotism. This one. Okay, we did not do the correct... What was the correct one? Oh, that one. Request? Okay. How do I... Oh, right here. Okay. What a lovely day. Okay, report back. I fulfilled the quota. What's next? Great, keep it up. Actually, I have nothing more to tell you about your job. You're on your own now. Get settled in, meet your coworkers, and earn authority. I guess this is authority? If you roll up your sleeves and work hard 8 hours a day, sooner or later you'll be promoted to manager and get to work 12 hours a day. Isn't that an exciting thought? I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, George. I'll make a note in the journal that you've had your briefing. All necessary documents are in that over there. Take them to Magda Rekovich, the boss's secretary. I'll wait for you by the statue. We still have more to talk about. Okay. Alright, well, there's a cart with papers that it wants me to grab stuff from, I guess. Let's take the documents from the paper cart. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. I guess we'll... maybe that paper cart? Okay. Okay, task updated. Signed, George Hemnitz. Give Magda the documents. Where is she? Okay, there we go. Now what? Get acquainted. Hello? That's not a very respectful way to dress an older woman, now is it? I'm sorry. What are you doing here? Give her the documents? George Hemnitz asked me to give you these documents. You didn't look inside, I hope. I'm not interested. I didn't ask if you were interested. Reading sealed papers like these when you don't have top secret clearance can cost you your freedom. Or your life. Do I make myself clear? Perfectly, but I prefer not to stick my nose into other people's business. I don't care where you stick any of your extremities. There are rules, regulations, and instructions that must be observed if you want to stay in the ministry for more than a day. If you make mistakes, nothing will save you, not even your name. What's wrong with my name? You're still here? Don't try my patience. Sorry, I'm leaving already. Alright, let's get out of here. Guess we're talking to George again. He said he was by the statue. What statue? I don't think that's where we were going. Was it? I mean, it could be. I don't think so. Oh, it said outside. Okay, outside. Yeah, we are going outside. We are still in the building, I guess. This is a big building. Get back through. There. Hopefully this is it. What a lovely day. What did you want to talk about? Oh, shit. It said it's about your father. Okay, I accidentally clicked it. Go on. At most, 20 people in the whole country know what I'm about to tell you. I'm taking a huge risk by divulging these details to you. So I have to ask you, don't say a word to anyone, okay? Let's hear it. As you know, I was appointed to the position of floor inspector several years ago. But at the same time, I was enlisted to work in Department 6. Department 6? That's a myth. No sane person actually believes in it. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. Department 6 is considered to be a myth because that's how the person in charge wanted it. More precisely, that's how your father wanted it. My father was the head of Department 6? What went on there? Work on Heimdall, a secret project helmed by your father, began at that time. That's how we met. I've always been good with numbers, so I was invited on board to assess statistical errors and their potential consequences. He didn't talk much about himself, but mentioned having a son a few times. And his eyes lit up every time he did. He was proud of you, believe me. What else did my father say about me? We didn't keep in contact for the last 10 years. He did mention he was no longer in touch with you, but he always hoped that someday you'd come and join him. Why do you think so? He wrote you a letter a few days before his death. It seemed he knew what was going to happen to him. A letter? Do you have it with you? No, I keep it at home. I didn't expect you to turn up so soon. I'll give it to you tomorrow and tell you everything I know. Somewhere quiet. And there's also a biometric safe. I don't know what's inside, but it must be something valuable. Thank you, George. I don't know how to thank you. Don't mention it. Your father was good to me. This is the least I could do for you. Ask about the project. What was this Heimdall project? Not here, not now. It's too dangerous. We have to find a quiet place and the right time. How about tomorrow? I'll tell you everything, and you can decide what to do with that information. Thanks for telling me about my father, George. We'll have time to talk more. See you tomorrow. Okay. Well, I guess that's where we're going to go ahead and end this episode. If this is a game that you want to see more of, like the video, comment on it. Let me know you want to see more, and we'll see if we can add it in. But that is everything for this time, and I will see you guys later. Bye!